1. Success does not come to the most deserving. It comes to the most prepared. The world is ruthless and rewards only those who show up ready, not those who sit at home dreaming of their chance. 2. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. You cannot choose whether life hurts you, but you can choose whether that hurt hardens you into bitterness or hones you into a blade. 3. Self-discipline is the purest form of self-love. It says, I care enough about my future to fight for it today. Without discipline, love for yourself remains a hollow theory never realized in action. 4. Do not water dead plants. Do not invest time, energy, or love into things that refuse to grow. Walking away is not weakness, it is wisdom wrapped in courage. 5. Your legacy will be built in the boring days. The days when you showed up tired. The days when the results were invisible. The days when quitting whispered louder than your dreams and you still moved forward. 6. If you do not choose your hard today, life will choose a harder hard for you tomorrow. Laziness creates mountains. Action clears paths. Build the future now, or be buried by it later. 7. Self-respect is earned through consistent alignment between your values and your actions. Every time you betray yourself, you erode your foundation. Every time you stand firm, you fortify it. 8. Those who build slowly, patiently, relentlessly will outlast those who build quickly but shallowly. Depth beats speed. Consistency beats intensity. The tortoise wins because the race is longer than you think. 9. Your future self is watching you right now through the lens of memory. They are begging you, please do not betray me. Please do the hard thing. Please build the life I will have to live. 10. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams because it feels so good while it destroys you. It anesthetizes your hunger until you wake up one day, wondering where the years went and why your soul feels so empty. 11. Talent will open the first door. Character will open the second. Relentless perseverance will open the third, the fourth, and every door after that. Talent is an invitation. Character is the key. 12. You are always one decision away from a completely different life. One phone call, one email, one commitment made and honored. Change is not complicated. It is simply terrifying and worth every drop of courage. 13. The world is brutal to the passive and generous to the relentless. Nature respects only one law: adapt or perish. So adapt your discipline, strengthen your ambition, and refuse to die a slow death from indecision. 14. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. If you do not program your thoughts with purpose, the world will flood them with distractions, fears, and mediocrity disguised as wisdom. 15. Every empire you admire was once just a stubborn idea someone refused to kill. The difference between a dreamer and a creator is not luck, it is grit. Dreams are fragile things. Protect them with everything you have. 16. Stop waiting for certainty. Stop waiting for reassurance. History is written by those who acted while others waited for signs that never came. Move. The act of movement itself will summon the clarity you seek. 17. Excuses are the language of failure. They sound intelligent. They sound reasonable. But they rot your future from the inside out. Cut the excuses out of your vocabulary as ruthlessly as you would cut cancer from your body. 18. Nobody cares about your struggles until you win. And when you win, they will pretend they always believed in you. Remember that. Let it harden you without making you bitter. 19. The gap between who you are and who you could be is measured in your tolerance for discomfort. You are as powerful as the amount of pain you are willing to endure in pursuit of your mission. 20. Success is not sexy. It is ugly. It is messy. It is lonely. It is thousands of hours spent getting it wrong until you find a sliver of rightness and have the courage to amplify it. 21. The easy road looks safe, but is littered with invisible casualties, broken dreams, shattered confidence, wasted years. The hard road is feared because it exposes you to risk, but it is also the only road that leads to glory. 22. Your body will want to quit long before your soul needs to. Learn to tell the difference between real exhaustion and manufactured weakness. Train yourself to hear your soul above the screams of your temporary discomfort. 23. The dream will ask everything from you before it gives anything to you. Payment is demanded up front, in full, without guarantee. Those unwilling to pay live lives of silent resentment toward those who were. 24. The greatest danger you face is not that you aim too high and fail. It is that you aim too low and succeed. A small dream achieved is a tragedy disguised as victory. 25. Your destiny will never be built from motivation alone. Motivation fades. What remains is your system, your habits, your non-negotiables, the things you do whether you feel like it or not. 26. There is no later. There is no someday. Those are lies we tell ourselves to delay the pain of action. There is only now. Every dream begins and dies in the decisions made today. 27. People who laugh at your dreams now will envy your life later. Their opinions are irrelevant noise. Their doubts are background static. Stay focused. Stay dangerous. Stay silent. 28. When the pain of staying the same exceeds the pain of change, transformation happens. Do not wait for that pain to force you forward. Choose to move now, while the cost is still in your control. 29. Most people are spectators in their own lives. They watch opportunities pass by, convinced they are unlucky. They are not unlucky. They are uncommitted. Winners are not lucky, they are prepared. 30. Your comfort zone has a price tag. It costs your dreams. It costs your growth. It costs your potential. The longer you stay there, the more expensive the final bill becomes. 31. A lion does not concern itself with the opinion of sheep, nor should you. Small minds will always sneer at great ambitions. Your duty is not to argue with them, but to become undeniable. 32. Success demands that you make peace with imperfection. If you wait to feel ready, to be perfectly prepared, You will spend your life polishing plans and burying dreams. 33. Greatness is not about never falling. It is about rising so often that failure loses its power to scare you. Every fall is a rehearsal for resilience. Every scar a badge of battle-tested strength. 34. Your dream is waiting for you on the other side of the door labeled fear. Fear is the guard dog of every worthwhile destiny. Walk past it. Feel its teeth graze your skin if you must. Just do not turn back. 35. Life will not hand you your dreams. It will hand you the tools. It is up to you to build. Blaming life for your unfinished work is like blaming the hammer for not building the house by itself. 36. You are allowed to outgrow people, places, and mindsets. Growth demands shedding old skins. Clinging to who you were will choke who you could become. 37. The deeper the roots, the stronger the tree. The deeper your habits, the stronger your success. Surface-level efforts build castles of sand. Deep work builds monuments that endure. 38. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation of it. Every great breakthrough was built on a pile of broken attempts, stitched together by relentless determination. 39. You will suffer either way. Suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. Suffer the pain of hard work or suffer the pain of missed opportunities. Choose your suffering and choose wisely. 40. You were born with a fire. Most people spend their lives pouring water on it to stay safe. Your job is to fan it into an inferno so large it lights the path for others. 41. Never let temporary emotions dictate permanent decisions. Feelings are clouds. Dreams are mountains. Let the clouds pass. Keep climbing the mountain. 42. Be relentless in your pursuit and flexible in your approach. The dream is non-negotiable. The method is adaptable. Bend without breaking. Pivot without quitting. 43. One conversation can change your life. One introduction. One opportunity. One yes. But none of those things happen if you are not already moving, already building, already fighting for your future. 44. When you are tempted to quit, remember why you started. Remember the hunger. Remember the dream that woke you up at night, demanding to be born. 45. The world needs what you have, but it will not beg you to give it. It will forget you if you do not deliver. Bring your gift to life or bury it in regret. 46. Vision without labor is fantasy. Labor without vision is slavery. Combine both and you unlock the gates to your personal kingdom. 47. The only respect that matters is self-respect. When you can look in the mirror and know you fought for your life every single day, you have already won. 48. The pain of discipline is sharp but temporary. The pain of regret is dull but endless. Make yourself familiar with the first so you never have to endure the second. 49. Build a life you don't need a vacation from. A life that exhausts you not because you are escaping it, but because you are pouring everything you have into it with full, reckless love. 50. You were not born to tiptoe safely through life, only to arrive at death safely. You were born to charge through barriers, to test the limits of your spirit, to leave behind a trail of moments so fierce that time itself cannot erase them. 51. No one ever drowned in sweat. The price of success is paid in sweat, in focus, in the willingness to endure when others fold. If you avoid the sweat, you avoid the crown. 52. The walls that imprison you are built with the bricks of your own excuses. Every time you say, "I can't," you lay another stone. Every time you say, "maybe later," you raise the walls higher. 53. Master your mornings. Master your life. How you start your day is how you build your future. Champions own their mornings long before the world even stirs. 54. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for a lightning strike. Unreliable, rare, and dangerous to depend on. Discipline is the generator you build yourself. It powers your destiny even when the storms rage. 55. You cannot build an extraordinary life on ordinary habits. You must dare to upgrade your routines, to demand more of your minutes, to ruthlessly eliminate the mediocre from your days. 56. When people tell you to be realistic, what they usually mean is, be less threatening to my comfort zone. Ignore them. Reality is malleable to those brave enough to reshape it. 57. The easy life and the meaningful life are rarely the same path. One promises comfort and regret. The other promises hardship and glory. Choose the path with the better view at the summit. 58. You cannot control who leaves. You cannot control who doubts you, but you can control whether you rise, whether you build, whether you outlast every betrayal and every abandonment. 59. Be obsessed or be average. There is no in-between. The world does not reward lukewarm ambition. It rewards the burning souls who cannot sleep at night because their dreams are too loud. The 60. If your dreams fit comfortably within your current lifestyle, they are insulting your potential. Stretch beyond what feels safe. The discomfort is the proof that you are still alive, still growing. 61. Your reputation is made when no one is watching. It is sculpted in the unseen hours, the invisible efforts, the private wars you win when the crowd is silent. On 62, the future belongs to the unreasonable, to the stubborn visionaries who refuse to shrink their dreams to match reality, and instead expand reality to fit their dreams. 63. Stop asking for signs. You are the sign. The very hunger inside you is all the permission you need to begin. By 64, if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Every day you delay is another day where your dreams grow weaker and your excuses grow stronger. 65. Comfort is a drug. It seduces you into a slow death, numbing your ambition, dulling your senses, until one day you wake up and realize you sold your soul for a quiet life. 66. The best revenge against doubt is not anger. It is massive success. Success so undeniable that it shames the silence of every person who once spoke against you. 67. You are only as powerful as the standards you refuse to lower. Set the bar so high that mediocrity dares not even approach you. 68. You cannot defeat what you refuse to face. You cannot heal from what you refuse to feel. Growth demands brutal honesty and courageous confrontation. 69. People will criticize you whether you fail or succeed. So succeed loudly, fail loudly. But whatever you do, never live quietly just to please the mediocre. 70. The discipline you build today becomes the fortress that protects your dreams tomorrow. Train yourself when no one is looking. Strengthen your spirit when no one claps. 71. You will never be ready. The stars will never align. The seas will never part. Start anyway. Build while you're scared. Build while you're bleeding. Build while you're doubting. 72. The chains you must break are inside your own mind. It is not the outside world that stops you. It is the invisible prisons of fear, doubt, and insecurity you carry within. 73. Dreams are not gifted to the lucky. They are awarded to the relentless, the consistent, the disciplined, those who show up when it's boring, when it's hard, when it's lonely. 74. You were built for the storm. You were crafted for the chaos. You were designed to stand tall in the face of every tidal wave that dares try to drown you. 75. Average is the graveyard where ambition goes to die. Every day you tolerate average is a day you betray the legend you were meant to become. 76. You are always training something: strength or weakness, courage or fear, resilience or excuses. Every choice is a repetition in the direction of your future self. 77. Your feelings are not facts. Discipline must override emotion. Feel lazy, work anyway. Feel scared, act anyway. Feel hopeless, build anyway. Feelings follow actions, not the other way around. 78. Repetition builds empires. Excellence is the child of monotony, the product of thousands of unseen, unrewarded, and often thankless repetitions performed without glory. 79. If the road you are on is easy, you are on the wrong road. Growth demands friction. Mastery demands resistance. The harder the climb, the sweeter the summit. 80. The cost of your new life is your old life. You cannot carry your old excuses, old habits, and old fears into the future you seek. Burn the bridges. There is no going back. 81. Victims wait for saviors. Leaders become their own salvation. Choose your role. One ends with you waiting. The other ends with you winning. 82. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Build better systems. Build better routines. Greatness is not an act. It is an ecosystem built one habit at a time. 83. The world does not owe you understanding. You were not designed to fit in. You were designed to stand out. Let them misunderstand you. Let them mock you. Build anyway. 84. One decision can change the next 30 years of your life. One moment of courage, one commitment kept, one risk taken in the face of fear. Momentum begins with a whisper and ends with a roar. 85. You cannot escape pain, but you can choose your pain. Choose the pain of sacrifice over the pain of regret. Choose the pain of discipline over the pain of decay. 86. Consistency beats brilliance every time. The world is littered with talented people who quit, outlast them, outwork them, outbelieve them. 87. The war is not won in grand battles, but in 1,000 small moments where you chose persistence over surrender, focus over distraction, resilience over collapse. 88. Success is rented, not owned, and the rent is due every single day. It is not a one-time payment. It is daily sweat, daily grind, daily war against your own mediocrity. 89. You will never regret working too hard. You will regret working too little. The pain of effort fades. The pain of laziness grows, metastasizing until it infects every corner of your life. 90. You become what you tolerate. Every small compromise becomes a habit. Every habit becomes a lifestyle. Your standards either elevate you to your destiny or anchor you to your defeat. 91. The battle is won when no one is watching. While others sleep, you build. While others complain, you adapt. While others quit, you persist. Silence is not your enemy. It is your forge. 92. Winners operate even when conditions are not perfect. They train in the rain. They build in the darkness. They execute through fatigue. Waiting for the ideal moment is the death of momentum. 93. Nobody talks about the ugly middle, the part where doubt is loudest, progress is invisible, and loneliness is suffocating. Push through it. The middle is where most people quit and legends are born. 94. You were born capable of more than survival. You were born for conquest. You were built with the bones of kings and the blood of warriors. Stop shrinking to fit a cage you were never meant to enter. 95. The size of your dream must scare you. If it doesn't terrify you, it's an insult to the fire burning in your soul. Growth is found on the cliff's edge, not in the safety of the valley. 96. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to force you. It must come from within. The day you realize you are both the problem and the solution is the day you take back your power. 97. Grind now. Shine later. Work in silence now. Be celebrated later. Suffer now. Reign later. Every sacrifice today echoes across the future in ways you cannot yet comprehend. 998. It is not about who works the hardest when they feel like it. It is about who works when their mind is broken, their heart is tired, and their spirit is tested. 989. The secret weapon of all greats is boring consistency. There are no magic tricks, no secret hacks, just thousands of disciplined decisions when it would have been easier to quit. 100. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Failure at least leaves you with scars of honor. Doubt leaves you with nothing but whispers of what might have been. 101. If you are not intentional with your time, the world will fill it with trivia, noise, and endless distraction. Every minute stolen by distractions is a minute ripped away from your destiny. 102. You must be willing to be a beginner again. Every new level demands new humility. Pride has killed more dreams than incompetence ever could. 103. Everyone wants the trophy, but few want the training. The arena is filled with spectators who envy the fighters. Be the one inside the ring, bloodied but unbowed. Scene 4. Self-mastery is the first empire you must conquer. Before you build anything external, your mind must be disciplined. Your heart must be fortified. Your vision must be unbreakable. 105. The graveyard is full of potential that never became kinetic. Dreams buried with their owners because fear was louder than hunger. Make sure your dreams live outside of you before you die. 106. The reason most people fail is not lack of talent, but lack of perseverance. They were almost there, almost ready, almost victorious, and they quit right before the finish line. 107. Every level of your life will demand a different version of you. Yesterday's mindset will sabotage tomorrow's miracles. Upgrade constantly or become obsolete. 108. The highest form of self-respect is self-discipline. It says, I believe my future is worth protecting. I believe my dreams are worth fighting for. 109. If you are tired, learn to rest, not to quit. Fatigue is temporary. Quitting is permanent. Rest with purpose. Then rise stronger than before. 110. What you feed your mind becomes your reality. Garbage in, garbage out. Feed it visions, strategies, courage, resilience, or be consumed by the junk everyone else is swallowing. 107. You must give up who you were to become who you were meant to be. The old version of you cannot carry the weight of your new destiny. 312. The obstacle is not the enemy. The obstacle is the path. Every struggle you face sharpens you. Every setback you endure equips you. Every failure refines you. 113. If it feels easy, you are not growing. Growth feels like friction, like resistance, like discomfort. Embrace the burn. It is proof you are leveling up. 114. The biggest mistake you can make is thinking you have time. Time is the master thief. It steals silently, relentlessly, without apology. Build now. Love now. Grow now. 115. Most people are more loyal to their comfort than their potential. They would rather stay safe and small than risk greatness and pain. Do not be most people. 116. You will be misunderstood. You will be doubted. You will be mocked. Let them. The roar of victory will drown out every voice that once whispered against you. 117. Chasing validation is a dead-end road. Approval from others will not fill the void. Only alignment with your own highest self will give you the peace you seek. 118. Reinvent yourself as many times as needed. There is no law that says you must stay the same. Shed the skin that no longer fits. Birth the new self that terrifies and excites you. 119. When you are doubting your power, remember everything you have already survived. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you are built to overcome. 120. There is no version of the future where quitting now was the right decision. There is only the graveyard of abandoned dreams and the battlefield of fulfilled ones. Choose wisely. 121. The fight for your future is won or lost in the invisible hours, the lonely work, the unseen efforts, the days you want to quit but choose to crawl forward anyway. 122. Comfort loves company, but greatness demands solitude. Be willing to walk alone for seasons. Only the strong survive the loneliness necessary for true transformation. 323. If you blame others for your failures, you give them power over your life. Own everything. Own the pain. Own the failures. Only ownership leads to liberation. 124. Your dream is not fragile. It is forged in fire. It can withstand the doubt of others, the storms of life, and the delays of destiny, if you refuse to let it die inside you. 125. You are closer than you think. Most people quit when the finish line is just over the next hill. Keep going. The breakthrough often happens right after the moment you almost gave up. 126. The world breaks everyone, but afterward, some are stronger in the broken places. Let your cracks be where the light enters. Let your scars be the proof that nothing could defeat you. 127. Patience is not passive waiting. It is active endurance. It is building, preparing, persisting even when the results are invisible, even when progress feels glacial. 128. Success requires that you lose friends, lose comfort, lose excuses, lose your old self. Every evolution demands a shedding. Every breakthrough demands a sacrifice. 129. Most of your competition is too lazy to be consistent. Outlast them. Most of your competition is too scared to bet on themselves. Outbelieve them. Most of your competition is too weak to finish. Outfight them. 130. Your dream is not optional. It is a responsibility. You were entrusted with a vision because you are capable of bringing it into existence. Do not betray the gift you were given. 131. The path to your best life runs straight through fear, humiliation, rejection, loneliness, and exhaustion. Walk it anyway. On the other side stands everything you ever wanted. 132. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for the life you are willing to build. The only expiration date is the one you impose by quitting. 133. If you are not willing to be misunderstood for years, you are not ready to be celebrated for decades. Endure the season of invisibility. Your roots are growing stronger even when no one sees them. 134. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the mastery of fear. It is the decision that the mission is worth the terror, that the future demands the sacrifice of safety. 135. Never beg for opportunities. Build skills so undeniable that opportunity has no choice but to knock down your door. 136. You are either making yourself stronger or making yourself weaker with every decision. There is no neutral choice. Every moment is a training ground for your destiny. 137. The loudest voices are often the least significant. Critics build nothing. Builders ignore critics. Let your success be the echo that silences every doubter. 138. You do not have forever. Every day is one less day. Stop living like you have unlimited time. Move urgently. Love deeply. Build boldly. 139. Dreams are not self-sustaining. They require daily fuel action, belief, discipline. Starve them, and they wither. Feed them, and they roar into life. 140. It is better to be exhausted from chasing your dreams than to be sick with regret from abandoning them. Fatigue heals. Regret festers. 141. The deeper the struggle, the deeper the foundation. Buildings that reach for the sky must first root themselves deep into the earth. Your pain is preparing you for heights unseen. 142. You cannot expect to grow if you refuse to be stretched. Discomfort is the price of progress. Resistance is the signal that you are moving beyond what once limited you. 343. When you feel like quitting, remember you are writing your legacy right now. Future generations will either be inspired or warned by what you chose in this moment. 134. Average is addictive because it feels safe. Greatness is intimidating because it demands everything. Break the addiction. Choose the intimidation. Become the exception. 145. You will never be handed your dream wrapped in a bow. You must tear it from the claws of resistance, steal it from the jaws of fear, wrestle it from the grip of failure. 146. Stop waiting for inspiration. Become your own muse. Act so boldly, so consistently, that inspiration has no choice but to chase you. 147. Most people are spectators to their own lives. They watch, they comment, they judge. Be the one on the field, bloodied, battered, victorious. 148. Growth demands that you betray who you were yesterday. Loyalty to your old self is the death of your new life. 149. Your work ethic is your weapon. Talent fades, passion fluctuates, trends change, but the one who refuses to be outworked cannot be outlasted. 150. The only approval you ever need is your own. When you live in alignment with your highest self, external validation becomes irrelevant. 151. Pain is a powerful teacher, but only if you stop running from it. Lean into it. Let it teach you. Let it carve you into the version of yourself who cannot be broken. 352. You are either busy building your dreams or you are busy building your excuses. Only one of these will survive the fire of time. 153. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. It is showing up hungry even when the feast has not yet been served. 154. The person who falls in love with the grind will always beat the person who falls in love with the goal. Enjoy the journey, or you will curse every step. 155. You cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. Name your fears, name your weaknesses, then dismantle them piece by brutal piece. 156. The price of your new future is the death of your old excuses. You cannot carry both into battle. One must die so the other can live. 157. Your dream is not a lottery ticket. It is a mortgage. Payments are due daily. Defaulting means foreclosure on your future. 158. Fear is a liar, but discipline tells the truth. Fear says stop. Discipline says keep going. Which voice you listen to determines which future you inherit. 159. Average seeks consensus. Greatness demands conviction. Move even when no one claps. Build even when no one believes. Persist even when no one understands. 160. You must make yourself a weapon against your own weakness. Sharpen your mind. Harden your heart. Temper your spirit. The war for your destiny is real. 361. Never settle for being remembered as almost great, almost successful, almost fearless. Let them say you went all the way, no matter the cost. 162. Your actions today are carving the shape of your tombstone. Make sure it is a monument to courage, resilience, and relentless pursuit. 163. You will outlast your obstacles if you refuse to surrender to them. Time wounds all quitters, but it rewards those who bleed and build. 164. Stay loyal to the vision even when the road looks nothing like the dream. Detours are not dead ends. They are character-building terrains. 165. Quitting is a permanent decision made during a temporary storm. Wait, endure, outlast. The sun always returns after the night. 166. The world belongs to those who refuse to die with their dreams still trapped inside them. Set yours free. Pay the price. Live the life. 167. You are not running out of time to achieve your dreams. You are running out of time to waste. The longer you hesitate, the more life moves on without you. Catch up now, or be left behind forever. 168. Your legacy will not be built by accident. It will be built by daily choices, repeated sacrifices, and silent victories that no one else sees, but that carve your destiny in stone. 169. Do not fear outgrowing people who choose comfort over courage. Some must fall away for your wings to fully unfurl. Growth demands loneliness before it delivers legacy. 170. There is a version of you that already has everything you want. They are not stronger. They are not luckier. They are simply the version that refused to give up when it hurt most. 171. You will be tested most severely when you are closest to your breakthrough. The pressure increases before birth. The darkness grows deeper before dawn. Endure. Push through. 172. Weakness screams loudly. Strength moves in silence. Become so grounded, so focused, that the opinions of the world are nothing but distant noise. 173. You cannot skip the seasons of struggle and still expect to harvest greatness. Every drought deepens your roots. Every storm strengthens your trunk. Your future requires your resilience now. 174. No one else can do your push-ups for you. No one else can build your dream. No one else can endure your storms. Take ownership. Wear your scars like armor. 175. Courage is built one small choice at a time. Saying yes when it would be easier to say no. Stepping forward when standing still feels safer. Speaking up when silence tempts you. 176. You do not stumble into greatness. You forge it. You hammer it. You burn it into existence with a stubbornness so fierce that the world either bows or breaks around you. 177. The road to success is not crowded because it is easy. It is deserted because it demands everything. Only the few, the obsessed, the unstoppable survive the climb. 178. You will never know how strong you are until strength is your only option. Pain refines. Pressure sculpts. Adversity reveals the warrior that comfort kept hidden. 79. It is better to be exhausted from building than to be comfortable in collapse. Exhaustion heals with rest. Regret festers for a lifetime. 180. The seeds you plant today will determine the shade you sit under tomorrow. Plant relentlessly. Cultivate fiercely. Harvest joyfully. 181. There are two types of pain, the pain of discipline and the pain of disappointment. One weighs ounces, the other tons. Choose your burden wisely. 182. Your time will come, but only if you are prepared to seize it. Opportunity bows only to those who prepared in the dark, who bled before they were crowned. 183. There are no shortcuts, only delayed consequences. Every corner you cut today adds an obstacle tomorrow. Walk the full path, even when it feels endless. 184. The future belongs to those who are willing to suffer longer than others. Suffering sharpens, it polishes, it perfects. Endure longer, and you will reign longer. 185. Small, daily improvements are the secret weapon of the unstoppable. They stack like bricks until they become walls too mighty for doubt or fear to scale. 186. The climb will feel endless. The summit will feel unreachable. But every step you take, every inch you crawl, every tear you shed, brings you closer to the life that called you to begin. 187. Doubt will whisper when you are weakest. Courage must roar in response. You are allowed to be afraid. You are not allowed to be ruled by that fear. 188. Your comfort zone is a coffin. Escape it before it buries you. Every great thing you seek is waiting beyond the walls you are too scared to climb. 189. The battle is not between you and the world. It is between the person you are and the person you must become. It is an internal war with eternal consequences. 190. When you feel the weight of the world pressing down, realize you are being forged, not buried. Diamonds are made under pressure, not in comfort. 191. Your greatest growth will come after your greatest failure. Fall 7 times, rise 8. Your resilience will be your legend. 392. The most powerful force in the universe is a made-up mind. When you decide fully, when you commit with every fiber, obstacles crumble before you. 193. Focus is the artillery of the disciplined. Scatter your energy, and you are harmless. Focus it, and you are unstoppable. 194. Starve your distractions. Feed your destiny. Every yes to nonsense is a no to greatness. 195. Mastery is the relentless commitment to constant revision. Every improvement is microscopic. Every gain is invisible, until one day, the world calls you a master. 196. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. Trade your sweat for your vision, not someone else's. 197. Your legacy begins the moment you refuse to quit. It grows with every step you take while the voices tell you to stop. 198. Every time you think you've given your all, realize you are operating at a fraction of your true capacity. Push harder, dig deeper. You are capable of so much more. 199. Pity is a trap, feels warm, but it shackles you. Empowerment feels harsh, but it frees you. Choose freedom. 200. You are always being watched by your future self. Build a life that makes them proud to carry your name. 201. If you want an extraordinary life, you must be willing to live in ways ordinary people won't. Comfort is the currency they spend. Greatness is the price you pay instead. 202. You must become unreasonable in your belief that you are meant for more. The reasonable settle, the unreasonable rise. 203. The deepest regret will not be the risks you took and failed. It will be the risks you never dared to take. Let fear of regret be stronger than fear of failure. 204. You can either bleed in training or bleed in battle. Choose where you want your pain to be spent. 205. You do not have to be fearless. You just have to refuse to let fear make your decisions. 206. Your mind is your master key. Condition it for war, and no door will stay locked for long. 207. Ordinary people seek validation. Extraordinary people seek victory. 408. The grind will break you down, and in doing so, it will reveal the pieces worth rebuilding. 209. You will never be punished for dreaming too big. You will only suffer if you dream too small and succeed. 210. The mountain will not move for you. You must climb it, one brutal step at a time. 211. You are not here to live the same day 30,000 times and call it a life. You are here to stretch, to fail, to conquer, to rise. 212. Dreams demand sacrifice long before they offer rewards. They test your patience, your hunger, your faith. They ask, are you worthy before they open the door? 213. The danger of waiting until you're ready is that you'll die still waiting. Readiness is a lie. Only action transforms doubt into confidence. 214. If you don't change your habits, you have no right to expect a different life. Transformation is not magic. It's the logical outcome of better routines. 215. Respect yourself enough to demand more from your life. Settling is the slowest form of suicide. It kills you one silent disappointment at a time. 216. The easy road delivers early pleasure but late pain. The hard road delivers early pain but eternal pride. Choose the path with the better ending. 217. When life gets harder, get stronger. When the weight increases, grow bigger muscles. The obstacle is not in the way, it is the way. 218. You are not tired. You are uninspired. You are not defeated. You are unchallenged. Rise up. Build pressure. Forge yourself in higher fires. 219. It's not about who has the best ideas. It's about who has the most relentless execution. The graveyard is filled with brilliant ideas buried by lazy hands. 220. Every no you endure strengthens your yes. Every rejection sharpens your will. You are not being denied. You are being refined. 221. You must decide who you want to be before the world decides for you. Identity is not found, it is forged. 222. Success demands you walk through doors labeled fear, failure, and fatigue. The weak turn back, the strong walk through. 223. Pain is just information. It tells you where you are weak, where you must grow, where the fire must be applied next. 224. Do not negotiate with your excuses. Do not offer them kindness. Destroy them before they destroy you. 225. A moment of courage can rewrite a decade of mediocrity. One brave act today can shatter 1,000 chains tomorrow. 226. Your mind must be trained harder than your body. A weak mind surrenders long before the body truly breaks. 227. Winners are made when no one is watching, when the room is empty, when the spotlight is off, when only the mirror sees the effort. 228. Your best weapon is a decision made fully, with no room left for doubt, no option for retreat. 229. Dreams don't demand that you be perfect. They demand that you refuse to quit. They demand that you show up broken, tired, afraid, but show up anyway. 230. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with discomfort, doubt, and hard work. Step into the gap. 231. You don't need more motivation. You need more action. Action creates energy. Movement sparks momentum. Waiting kills both. 232. What you think is your limit is just the edge of your comfort zone. Push once more, and then once more after that. That's where life changes. 233. The people laughing at you now will one day claim they always knew you'd succeed. Let them laugh. You are not building for applause. 234. You don't need to know every step. You need to take the next step. Clarity comes from motion, not meditation. 235. If you want it bad enough, excuses will disgust you. If you don't want it bad enough, excuses will comfort you. Measure your desire by your tolerance for your own lies. 236. You are either in the process of becoming the hero of your story or the villain of your excuses. Choose your side with your actions, not your intentions. 237. Most people miss their moment because it came wrapped in work, discipline, and sacrifice. Opportunity does not arrive looking glamorous. It arrives dressed like exhaustion. 238. Excuses comfort you temporarily and imprison you permanently. Action scares you temporarily and frees you permanently. Choose your fear. 239. Suffering is the tax you pay for ambition. Those unwilling to suffer will live lives of quiet desperation. 240. There will be days when you feel invisible. Days when the world forgets you. That is when you forge yourself. That is when you become unstoppable. 241. It's not about having more resources. It's about being more resourceful. History is written by those who built empires out of scraps. 242. If you knew how close you were to the breakthrough, you would crawl if you had to. You would bleed if you had to. Keep going. 243. The pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of wondering what could have been for the rest of your life. 244. Your ability to withstand boredom will determine your level of mastery. Excellence looks like repetition more than revelation. 245. You are building something no one else can see yet. Protect it, nurture it. Believe in it until it is too real for the world to deny. 246. It's better to be exhausted from chasing your purpose than energized by running from it. Run toward the fire. Run toward your calling. 247. Every time you practice when you could relax, every time you push when you could coast, you widen the gap between yourself and your competition. 248. Regret has a long shelf life. Discomfort is momentary. One will torture you forever. The other will refine you now. 249. Stop asking for guarantees. Greatness does not come with a warranty. It comes with risk, with sacrifice, with brutal nights of loneliness and faith. 250. The warrior's path is lonely, brutal, and misunderstood. That is why there are so few true warriors and so many ordinary men.